EA Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this New Year's Day matchup. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
Now, from the Valley of the Sun, EA Sports welcomes you inside State Farm Stadium, just west of downtown Phoenix, Arizona. So good to be with you. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here. Greg, as we look at this matchup and looking around and hearing this crowd, they're so fired up for this one. What's it like when you come on the road and you've got a hostile environment you need to take care of?
You know, I always liked it. I always thought it added to the element of bringing some energy and bringing some juice, especially in pregame. But once that ball's kicked off, you want to settle this crowd down as fast as you can, especially on offense. Take them out of it. Get them back on their chairs, sitting on their hands. The more energy you give them, the more noise, it does make it a little less efficient to operate, especially on offense. So come out fast, come out furious, and see if you can take this crowd out right from the jump.
The veteran Jason Myers will get this one started. And off we go from Glendale. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time. And here is Kyler Murray, the #1 overall pick in 2019 to lead them.
I think we're seeing this so often now in the modern NFL is quarterbacks who can hurt you both improv as a scrambler and also with designed runs coming out of the huddle. So this is a tricky situation. Guys who can run with this kind of speed, you have to be very careful how you pass rush them. You're not just rushing to a spot. It's not just an X behind the center. You got to try to corral him and keep him in the pocket because when he escapes, big plays are to be had.
Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll go again here to Connor. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Tyrese Knight in on the tackle. Third and 6. To throw is Murray. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed. So give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy. And this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
On 4th down, here's Blake Gillikin to punt. Back deep is Jalen Darden. Now fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. And leading them, Greg, the veteran out of West Virginia, it's Geno Smith.
You just can't say enough about Geno and his turnaround over the last couple years, Mike. I mean, many thought he was destined to just be a career backup and just play out the rest of his career. And when things didn't play out at first, instead of just listening to those doubters, he just kept working on his craft. And next thing you know, he gets an opportunity with a new team, makes the most of it, and he's now solidified himself as a bona fide franchise quarterback in this league.
That's caught by Tyler Lockett. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Geno. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
The first carry for the Spartan, Kenneth Walker. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. Working out of the gun, Smith. And with a flag down, he goes down. They get him for the sack, and that flag is probably on the offense as well. So it's fourth down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. Greg Dortch deep to return. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. The Cards offense ready to get going with their second possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle, Connor. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll go right back to Connor. He'll manage only about 3. So it will bring up third down. We'll try and run for this with Connor. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. What will the second quarter have in store? Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the zone read, given to Connor. He'll take this forward, maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Running here is Connor. He'll manage only a couple. Linebacker Ernest Jones ends that play. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Power run inside. Here's Connor. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line. Third and long. From the gun, it's Murray. He'll take a shot. Looking for Wilson. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
Just a great example of not only the anticipation, but the instincts to go break that pass up, Mike. You can see he's clearly looking at the quarterback's eyes, and once that ball was delivered, he's just attacking it and breaking it up.
And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The Seahawks offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive, and that'll be a short gain up to the 27-yard line. Once again, it's Walker. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down. 2 minutes to play. Still searching for our first points of the half. We'll have more from Glendale after this. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Smith. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
On 2nd down, Smith. He's going to look deep here, looking for Lockett. And he will score! Tyler Lockett, touchdown Seahawks.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. The kick is good. And the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. On the return, it's Dallas. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. from the shotgun, it's Murray. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now it's Murray. He gets this complete to Michael Wilson. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Working out of the gun, Murray. He's going to run it. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. He'll run again. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Murray now. And he's going to be swallowed up, taken down, sacked, back at the 5. So it is halftime here on New Year's Day as we send you to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman. He's got the EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime report. This has been a hard-fought battle thus far. Just the one touchdown to this point is still anybody's game at 7-0, as both of these defenses have been out there trying to one-up one another.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half, about to get started. Just that one touchdown on the board. 7-0 the score as the third quarter begins. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. To throw, here's Smith. That's the big tight end, Pharaoh Brown. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Smith, RPO, and that's Lockett. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. They'll try and run it with Walker. Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away, as he's on to punt for the second time. And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball, as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll start this drive on the ground, and it's Connor. Not much there, maybe a yard. Toss play. It's Connor. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
On 3rd down, Murray gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. The Seahawks offense headed back to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And not a whole lot going to come from that one. To about the 39. He'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4. Here comes 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, Smith. He gets that to his big target, Fant. It's a gain of 12 there. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Walker. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Walker. And once again, they try the same runner. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's 3rd down.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. And that is incomplete. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. And that'll set up 4th down.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Cardinals offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Now Connor. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll stay on the ground with Connor. And that'll be a short gain up to the 27-yard line. Now a 2nd down throw for Murray. Oh, what a throw. Swinging it across his body and complete. A gain there of 21. It's an Arizona 1st down.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And there does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Murray. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
On 2nd down, Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Throwing again is Murray. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he's going to go down. The pressure, once again, too much. And that should wrap this one up.
So the key to this 4th down stop defensively was their ability to flush the quarterback out of the pocket. Anytime you can do that, you shrink the field, you limit the quarterback's options, and in this case, he can't find anyone, and ultimately, he goes down for a huge 4th down stop.
The Seahawks offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Walker. And he'll only get down to around the 42. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll try and run right on the option. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Cards going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's a handoff to Walker. He gets free, and he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the visiting Seahawks. Just the 1 touchdown in this one, but they made it hold up. They escaped with a 7-0 victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.